going on, everybody? Junior with SOT Metalworks. So hope everybody's doing fine and dandy out there in YouTube land. And what do we got going on today? Well, if you hadn't been here before, we're going to get you set up on the CNC plasma table here. Do a little plasma metal sign artwork per se. Not cutting out targets today, not doing anything else. We're cutting out signs. And by George, whew, this one's a doozy. Got a big farm scene for a local guy. Known him for a long time. His wife has ordered him a birthday present. So we're going to get this one cut out on the CNC plasma table. Good looking farm scene. A lot of small tiny parts and pieces to this one. As you guys see, it's pretty intricate in all the stuff that we've got thrown into this one. This is not one we drew up. This is one we have bought the plasma file offline and then incorporated their names with everything. Hopefully it's going to turn out the way I think it is. Let's hope the old Shop Saber CNC can get her done. You never know. All right, so let's get you set up on the table and get you through the process of cutting this one out, and then we'll get some paint and stuff on it and see how it turns out. All right, here we go, guys. right, so here we are back on the Wathen sign. This sign did not lay down like it was supposed to. As you can tell, put a little heat here on this side, put a little heat here on this side. Thought I'd get that bow that it had in it out. Could not. However, I did get it out with this. So we broke out the die grinder, made one little slit right down through here, got almost all the way through, and found out it wasn't going to be enough, so we went all the way through, and it relieved the pressure. Everything closed up, all the gaps closed up. Got the welder out, welded everything up. Is that the right way to do it? Probably not. Somebody's probably going to throw a fit about it, but you know what? It's a tremendous amount of work to not get correct. So yeah, all that right there, tremendous amount of work. I'm going to get some finer grit. I think I've got a 120 grinding wheel on there. I'm going to go over it with. Then I've got some 220. I'll get down on that, polish that all up and everything, so nobody will be able to tell any ifs, ands, or buts about it. We'll get a couple coats of primer on there, slick that up, make it look just like everything else, and sand everything back down, and hopefully that'll be good to go. Would I do this on a normal everyday project? No. If I didn't know these folks and they weren't local, I probably wouldn't. I probably would just cut a whole new sign. But with metal being as expensive as it is, I'm gonna try to sweet talk them into saying, hey, I'm hoping this looks okay. And we'll see what the finished product turns out when we get color and everything else on it. You know, it may have some blemishes in it that I don't like, and I may throw it away and start all over again. That's just sometimes, that's just what you gotta do. But we're gonna play with it here a little bit and see what happens. Get some primer on it, sand it back down. We'll get back with y'all and see what it looks like. I don't know. Don't scold me too bad, guys. I mean, but that's a lot of work to be throwing out the shop door. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. All right, ladies and gents, there you go. We've got the Wathen Farms sign. As you can tell, she's got a little bit of a bow to her. Thought a little bit more of that would come out, laying there flat and resting. May have happened, Mr. S.O.T. may have taken a couple too many slats out of the table. I took those slats out primarily because there's so many small parts and pieces. I want to make sure everything fell through, and you know, kind of limited the tip-ups and stuff like that. I think I took a few too many out. This does happen from time to time. We'll get some signs with bows in them. It's a tremendous amount of heat and cutting on this one sign. However, I think if we get the wire wheel on it, get a little bit more heat back into it, do a little massaging on it, everything will lay back down flat like it's supposed to. It's not the worst one I've ever seen. It is pretty bad though, I'm not gonna lie. Normally this happens on the round ones. You kind of get that round shape. That heat has to have somewhere to go. And normally we'll get it back on the old table, get the wire wheel on it and everything, and it'll straighten itself out pretty much. This one I'm a little concerned about. You know, all in all, this is the first time we've cut this pattern. If we need to go back and recut it and maybe add some stiffeners in, we could, you know, maybe branch some stuff down, fill in some gaps, you know, bring some stuff over to touch each other, and kind of get some strength in the sign. There's a lot of cutouts in this sign, so this is one of the more intricate ones we've done. You know, guys, sometimes it's about live and learn. So you got to see where your limitations are at, and you don't know if you don't cut it. So, all right, let's get the wire wheel on it. We'll see how she goes from there and see what happens. All right, guys, back on the Wathen Farms sign. Not too shabby. You can see my my little fix up there at the top. It's not too shabby. God, I know exactly where it is, so I'm always staring at it. But I don't know. We are fixing to put some paint on here. Got everything primered up. Looking mighty good. So let's get some daggone paint on here and see what happens. What do you think? I am ready to get this one finished up. This one's been a tad of a struggle. Not bad. I'm kind of glad things worked out with it. The tail of the tape will be get this. We went with the flat black instead of gloss black. Like the flat, love the flat. It in my eyes it shows a better product, but hey, a lot of people like the gloss. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's a struggle on that gloss black to hide any imperfections or any dirt or dust, fingerprints, anything like that. Sometimes that is hard pressed to hide any of that stuff with that. Alright, apologize, battery in the old GoPro went dead there, but we'll get back after it here. But yeah, that gloss is just a little hard to hide stuff. No major complaints about it other than that. The dirt, dust, all that stuff just, it compounds. But it does turn out an awfully good looking product, so can't complain about that in any way, shape, or form. But alright, we will get this one finished up, get all these edges painted, and see how this one turns out. When everything is said and done and dried up, I'll try to get a good finished video. Alright guys, so she's not completely dry yet, but I just wanted to give you kind of a overview of what was going on before I get her in the photo booth. Not going to try to do a whole lot with this sign because it has turned out pretty awesome. Combine looking good, heads of wheat look good. That is a tremendous amount of cutting right there. If you guys watched the video where we cut all that, that is a lot. So we had one little vein there we bent with a grinder. You know what? I left it for character. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't change it. I didn't move it. It's bent just a little bit, but that's how heads of wheat do. So. Alright, let's get it in the photo booth, get a few pictures, or let's get it on the biker that we can see this sign fairly well and see what happens. It's looking pretty good right now. Alright everybody, there's the finished product of the Wathen Farms sign. Pretty good. Had a couple struggles, couple issues with this one as you guys seen on the video. But overall, turned out a great product. Good looking sign. I think everything is, I mean, you can't even tell where I had to modify the sign up there at the top with a little bit of bow we had, but looking pretty good. Not too shabby. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. It's been a pretty fun one here. Had a few issues with the sign in general. Nothing that didn't work out just right. Like I said, if it had not worked out just right, we would just recut the sign, started over, and it squared it away from there. But good to know we have the capability of adjusting things and stuff like that right there. It's one reason I became a welder and a metal worker, is because situations like that happen, and you know, once you cut a board, that's it. It's cut. You know, there ain't no putting it back together. With metal, you can weld it all back together and do some grinding and make everything look all prim and proper. But you know, if it hadn't worked out for the best, we would have just cut a whole brand new sign. So no harm, no foul. Think it worked out pretty good. So I'll check with the customers, make sure they're happy with everything when they get here. We should be good to go. All right, guys, this has been Junior with S.O.T. You guys stay safe out there. As always, remember, work smarter, not harder. We will catch you on the next one. Go check out our Facebook. Go check out our website, SOT Metalworks.com. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good one. We out.